Hey folks, I'm Dr. Prashant Sharma. I'm a psychiatrist, but today I'm not coming to you as a doctor, but as an educator. My goal is to teach you how to create your own course so that you can teach a niche topic that you have expertise in. In this video, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to create the course, what software to use, what platform to host it on, what format to use to set it up, start to finish. And this is the time to seize the opportunity to use your expertise. The online education market is booming and it will only continue to grow. So start using your expertise, create this course, and establish a stream of passive income for yourself. But first, let me just say one thing. I make no false promises in this video. You're not going to be a millionaire instantly or make thousands of dollars right off the bat overnight. Will this help you create a course so you can generate passive income? Yes, it will, no doubts there. I've created a course for myself, which generates passive income for me every year. Also, all the information I know about course creation is in this video for free. This is not a scheme to get you to pay for a course on how to create courses or anything like that, like the hundreds of ads you probably see out there these days. This is the actual information right here at your fingertips, which is why this video is longer than most of these kind. Now, why am I doing this? What's in it for me? Well, besides views here on this video, traffic to my website, things like that, if you decide to create your own course, I'm hoping you might use my affiliate link for Kajabi, which is an excellent platform to host your course on. And you not only get a free 30-day trial on the platform with my link, but if you like it and end up getting a subscription, then I get a commission from the subscription sale. So that's the potential benefit for me. But it's only realized if my instructions resonate with you and you decide to use the Kajabi platform to create your course. Either way, I'm just glad to get this knowledge out there. That's it, low risk overall, no fine print. Remember, the Kajabi trial is free, so I don't get anything unless you try it, like it, and start paying to use their platform. So, first of all, why create a course? Well, obviously, it can be a source of passive income for you. Again, no false promises though. I'm not saying you can become a millionaire overnight or even in the first few months. Well, maybe you could, but that's not what I'm promising. Let me tell you about my own journey with this. I created a course, and over the period of the last 8 or so months, I've made about $20,000 from it. Considering I created the course over the span of a few weeks during my free time while I was working a full-time job, that's not too bad, especially since it'll always be there and I can continue making money from it passively in the future. Not bad at all. It's also worth noting that the course I created is for a very small market. More on that later. Now, this video is not about what topic you should create a course on. This video is mainly about how to actually go about creating a course. If you need help on choosing a topic, check out some of the information out there on this, but just for a quick piece of advice from me, I usually recommend sticking to something you're an expert at or good at and something that solves a problem for a group of people. For instance, I'm a board-certified psychiatrist. The course I created is for primary care physicians on how to treat depression and anxiety in their clinics. So the problem was that primary care doctors all over America have been treating patients with mental illness in their clinics without the right tools and information, so I'm giving them the tools and information. My course also happens to come with continuing medical education credits for them to use for their yearly requirements as well. So it takes care of a couple of things for the doctors and saving them time. So again, think about something you're an expert at, good at, and how it can help other people solve a problem. One idea is you can post on forums frequented by people who you want to create a course for. So this includes Reddit, Facebook forums, groups, things like that. And when you post, you can engage in conversations with people, ask questions about what people need help with and what problems they're going through. Before I started my course, this is exactly what I did. I posted on Facebook and Reddit, gathered up the data, and created a course answering the most important questions and problems for the people in my market. Once you've decided on a topic, it's time to start creating your course. And I mean the actual content of it. And here is where we get into the details. Now, the format is something you can think about, but it's usually best to keep it simple. For me, I used a PowerPoint slide series with a video of my face in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to show you the inside of my course for you to get a feel for what it looks like. But before I show you, don't get overwhelmed. It might seem a little bit complicated at first, but it's not. It's just different pieces of the puzzle that you put together. And remember, once you've got your course created, you're done. It sits there and it continues to generate money over time. All right, let me show you the course. All right, so here we are within the course itself. Now, this is what I created on the Kajabi platform. So just to give you a brief orientation, you've got my course name, the description, you've got the modules here on the left. Now, you notice I break down the material. So the module 1 is the introduction, module 2 is going into depression and treatments, module 3 is anxiety and treatments, 4 is therapy and resources, and so on for module 5 and module 6. I've got lessons within the modules as well. And on the right side, we've got the instructor information, that's me. I've got the private community. So Kajabi allows you to create a private community for people who take the course so that they can discuss things and topics with you. So for me, it would be difficult cases and mental health and psychiatry, things like that. And then you've got the private podcast for the audio lectures as well, which you can also host on Kajabi. It is a really great platform. Now let's go into one of these modules, right? So let's just go into module 2, depression etiology and treatment. And you'll see that I've got the PowerPoint slides in the middle. I've got my face in the upper right-hand corner. And I've got some information about the module itself and what's contained. And I've got links here for the continuing medical education credits, okay, and some tips. Now, in each module and lesson, you can also have downloadables. So for instance, I've got a downloadable here. So this is a teaching tool, and it helps the students understand the 4 perspectives in psychiatry a little bit better. I'll show you how to create something like this using something that is free. All right, so that's inside lesson 1. And then let's go to lesson 2 in module 2. Same thing, same format, and I've got a bunch more downloadables. Now, this is because I go into medications and side effects and things like that, so it's more detailed information, okay? But essentially, that's what it is, and this is how you want to break up your course, right? You want to have 4 to 6 modules, okay? One being the introduction, how to use the material, and sort of a guide. Module 2, you get into one of the topics. And what you want to do is whatever you have this expertise in, you want to create an outline for it first, okay? And in this outline, you want to create the modules, which are the topics, and you want to have the lessons underneath the modules, underneath those topics to break things down. Now, keep in mind, this is just a template. Now, if you need 3 lessons, if you need more lessons within each module, that's fine. If you want to keep 3 modules but multiple lessons, whatever it is, that's okay, as long as you're getting in the information that you need to convey to the people within the course. So let's just go in. Let's say if you wanted to go ahead and play this, right? It'll play the lecture itself, right? Now, if you go to the private podcast, you can go over here and you can listen to the same lecture, right? And I'll show you how to do this as well, okay? So same thing with the private community. Click, you're there. It's all within this hub. It makes it really easy for students to navigate. Now, I've had more than 30 students go through this course, and they have given me excellent feedback so far. They like the format, they like how everything is set up, and Kajabi makes it very easy. Now, how did I create the video lectures in my course? Simple, by using a program called OBS Studio. This is a free open source video recording software that you can download and start using right away. I'll include a link in the video description below, but basically this is a very powerful tool where you can literally assign different windows on your screen for different inputs. I'm going to show it to you here in a second. Like I can have my PowerPoint slides on the main screen and my face in the upper right hand corner. All you got to do is resize the inputs, drag and drop. That's it. Super easy, user friendly. All right, guys, here we are in OBS Video. I'm having some camera displayception going on here. But as you can see, you've got the display screen here, and you've got the sources. You can see that I've got a video capture device. That is my camera. I've got a display capture, which is my monitor, and I've got the audio input capture, which is my microphone. Now, take a look. You can easily vary the size of you in the upper right-hand corner. You can use your camera app to zoom in on yourself. You'll notice that I'm zoomed in on this more than I was when I was full screen. And you've got the display here. You can put whatever you need into the display here. That could be the PowerPoint slides that you set to full screen. Maybe it's the Canva handouts, whatever you've got, whatever you need to teach what you need to teach. And you simply go to Start Record. It records it. You select an output for where the file goes, and boom, you've got the raw file showing exactly what you need to convey. Stop recording, and you edit this in DaVinci, which I'm going to show you next. So it's easy, it's open source, it's free. Look, it's right there for you. You can easily capture your screen, your video, your microphone, anything you need for the course. Okay, so now you've got the video recorded, but what about editing? Well, you guys know I like free, so I use DaVinci Resolve, which again is free. You can download it right away, link below as always. You can import your video into DaVinci and start hacking away at it, taking away the awkward silences or any mistakes you made, trimming it, things like that. Now here's the thing, don't go crazy with editing. Now, I realize this will depend on your audience, but for me, I did some simple editing to make it neat, professional, but no crazy music or sound effects. I just delivered the information I needed to deliver to make my students successful in their goals. So now, let me show you DaVinci Resolve. All right, guys, so here we are in DaVinci Resolve, and what I'm gonna do is just use a sample video. So you've got your project here, and you've got the source files, right? So I just dragged and dropped a video intro that I have for a different project. And so I've got it here. You can drop all your source files here. So those are the videos that you created in Ob Studio. Then what you do is one by one drag these onto the timeline, right? So you've got it here. You can hit play. You can cut, paste, do whatever you need to do, edit. I usually go through and I try to edit out any awkward silences, any stumbles, any ums and ahs, things like that. Again, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to make it absolutely perfect, but you want it to be neat and professional. As you can see, you have different tabs here. You've got the media tab, you've got cut, you've got the edit tab. You can also incorporate any types of transitions, things like that. Again, don't go crazy unless the audience you're trying to serve really likes this type of editing, but these are some of the things that you can incorporate. You can also do some other manipulations, color manipulations. You can blur parts of the screen as well. If there's anything that you need to figure out how to do, you can Google it. There are tons of people who use DaVinci Resolve. Finally, once you're done with all of that editing, you can select the output to whatever format you need. I think most commonly people use MP4. And you can set the quality as well, 1080p, 4K, whatever you need, and then you add to the render queue, and then it renders, right? So that's it. It's very simple. I have to admit that I have never used anything like Final Cut Pro, so I don't know how to compare it to the more expensive applications out there. This is free. It's by a company called Blackmagic Design, and they've done a great job. Again, like I said, tons of people use it. So give it a shot, risk-free, download, and start creating your course. Okay, so now you've got the videos, but what about the content inside the course modules besides the video? So like I was showing you guys before, I have these downloadables, right? Medication guides for the doctors, patient handouts for the patients. Well, for most of the content, I used Canva, and yes, the free version. With the free version, you can easily create content using their beautiful templates, and these can be aesthetically pleasing for the people taking your course. The students who have taken my course so far have loved it, given me great feedback. I used Canva for the mechanisms to teach concepts to the doctors and for the patient handouts. Now, if you have overly technical information that you have to convey, like the medication guides that I had, I simply used Excel, right? Nothing fancy. You want to convey the information that you need to teach to the students to make them successful. That's the whole goal. So here you have Canva. Like I said, create a free account. You've got tons of templates to choose from in the free account. You can easily create the content you need for your course, browse through, And this is very handy for teaching particular concepts, making things aesthetically pleasing, like I said, so that people really enjoy your course and they really get the concepts that you're trying to teach. All right, so remember how I showed you that my course had all the video lectures available on audio as well? Kajabi makes that possible with the private podcast format like I showed you guys. Simply right in the hub, you click it, it takes you there. But how do you convert your videos into audio? It's easy. You download Audacity. This is also a free software. And all you do is open up Audacity. Let's take a look. All right, here we are in Audacity. Like I said, this is free. You can download it right away and start using it. I've got a sample clip here, just a random inspirational clip. You drag and drop. This is a video. You drag and drop it, and boom, it becomes an audio. You can play, you can cut whatever you need to cut. Then you go and you export this as an MP3 or WAV file, and boom, you are good to go. You can export it. You can directly then upload it to the Kajabi Audio Podcast project on your website. And then your students can listen to the lectures. That's all there is. So literally, after you record the video lectures, you can easily convert to audio. You do not need to re-record the lectures or do anything fancy like that. It saves you time and it works really well. Now, a few things to keep in mind. In terms of hardware, you do need a few things. Number one, a computer, of course. You can do this on a laptop. If you're doing a lot of video editing, it would be handy to have decent computer specifications, but you can also simply use what you have, no big deal. It's just that if you want to make it easier, you want to have better specifications so you can handle DaVinci Resolve and all the video editing and rendering. You also need a camera. I use a simple Logitech webcam with my desktop. Works quite well, simple, intuitive, nothing fancy. I'll leave a link for the camera I use in the description below. If your computer comes with a webcam, you can certainly use that as well. Now, for audio, as you can see, I use an external microphone because I enjoy having good audio quality in my content. I do suggest doing that because your students will appreciate it. This is especially helpful if you're going to be converting your video lectures into audio for your students to listen to. I'll throw a link for this microphone as well into the description. Now, once you've got your videos, guides, handouts, whatever other content there is, you upload it into Kajabi, organize it, and you're good to go. It's very intuitive. Like I showed you in my course, you separate your information into modules and lessons, and you're in business. Then you start advertising your course and putting the word out there, posting on forums, Facebook, Reddit, advertising on Facebook and Reddit, things like that. Like I said, Kajabi is an amazing platform. I highly recommend it. Use the link in the description to get a free 30-day trial. If you don't like it, don't subscribe to it. No risk at all. Now, before we end the video, bonus. If you're watching this and you're a physician and you want to incorporate continuing medical education credits into your course, then I got you covered. You go to cmify.com. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it CMify? Is it CMify? I don't know. I'll throw a link in the description below. Sign up for an account and you can start assigning CME links to your content. Now, CMify is a great system that allows you to assign CME credits to your content without going through the lengthy accreditation process. The accreditation process for a full-length course usually takes months and thousands of dollars. You don't have to do that. And yes, CMify allows you to have links with AMA Category 1 credits, no joke. Like I showed you guys before, my course comes with 25 CME credits, and people love being able to learn what they need to know to treat depression and anxiety while earning the credits they need each year. Well, there you have it, folks. What do you think? Drop any questions and comments below. If you're watching this on YouTube, have you created a course already? Tell me about it. Remember, this is your time to seize this opportunity and the massive growth that is happening in online education. If you have an expertise in a field or area, use that expertise, create a course, get students, and get a stream of passive income going for you. I appreciate your time and attention. Thank you. I wish you guys all the best, and see you next time.